and this is a response to Jess and Greg's Road to Resolution challenge. I really like this challenge because it's very open-ended and the goals are self-defining, which I think is much better than, say, trying to lose the most weight, because I don't want to do a crash diet and lose a lot of weight quickly. I want to reform my lifestyle, and I want to create a new lifestyle that's more workable for me. So that's part of my resolution. But just to get my resolution really specific, my primary resolution is to lose 50 pounds this year. So the way I'm thinking of it is £1 a week. So I want to lose about 50 pounds. I don't want to say exactly 50 pounds. I want to say between 48 pounds and 52 pounds. So that's £1 a week, with possibly 4 weeks where maybe I won't lose a pound. And then again, I may get ahead. So, and also I could divide it into 4 quadrants of about 12.5 pounds, or say close on a stone. So it's not that far off the 4 stone, but it's a bit less. And I've got a whole lot of associated stuff about how I want to achieve this. So what these weights actually are, I weighed myself today on the Tesco scale. I don't know if you can see this. This is not very visible, but over there near to my finger, there, you can see it's 95.3 kilograms, and that's almost exactly 210 pounds. I did get down to about 207 during Jess's challenge, but this is at a later time of day and it's on a more objective scale, and obviously I'm wearing clothes and shoes and that kind of thing. So I'm going to go with this weight. Now, the scale I was working with, I thought was giving me a weight that was too high, but that scale seems to have settled down and it's now giving the appropriate weight. So I didn't lose quite as much weight as I'd thought. And I've now bought a new electronic scale. And also, I like being weighed somewhere outside, so I may rejoin Weight Watchers depending on my finances. I did go along today to Weight Watchers, but there was no one there, so I guess it's not operating today, so that's why I went to Tesco's. But I will be rejoining Weight Watchers, at least for a while, because I've got a money off voucher and I've got some Christmas money, so I can certainly start out with Weight Watchers, and then I can do my weight tracking with my own scale, with their scale, with Tesco's scale, and sort of balance out the 3, so that if I need to drop Weight Watchers again, I can coordinate what I'm doing and with what I was doing with them. Now, how do I want to lose weight? I've got a few things, and I think perhaps that's going to be part of my journey, and I'll explain the how and the why in the program, but it's basically calorie counting. Secondly, I'm going to up my exercise, because that's something I started to do during Jess's challenge, and I found that was a real breakthrough thing for me, to start some new exercises, to start doing stuff that's fun, stuff that I wanted to do, things that really are worth getting off the couch for. And I also started to visit some nature reserves, so I'm going to continue with all that and perhaps take photos of the places I go and describe a little bit about the area. Then I've got some non-food goals, because what I like about what's been happening in some areas of the weight loss community is the way that people have been tracking their whole life, and that was particularly helpful about below the yellow line. And so I've got a number of areas that are related to that I think may be related to my weight, and basically I've had a bit of a pattern of binging and isolating myself. So it's about getting out and about. That's a sort of. It's not that I'm isolated, because I see lots of people, but that's in a different context. And there's a kind of area of my life that's almost needs opening up to the world and to myself, and needs just cleaning out and opening up. So I also want to blog about my food ideas, and while I'm talking to you, I'm checking out my blog, which is here. Is something. This blog is called Daily Lotus, and this is where I'm basically tracking my food. But I've started with a non-tracky type of post, which is just listing my New Year's resolutions. So I don't want to go on too long, but because a lot of this I can discuss in my subsequent posts. But my resolutions are, so primarily it's to lose £1 a week in 2010, aiming for about £50. Then I want to increase my exercise. I'm just trying to think. I used to run 5k or 10k races. It would be nice to get back to that sort of level again. I am somewhat older than I was then, and I've been out of it for a long time, so I'd be more than happy just to say I want to run a mile. And if I do some road races, that's absolutely fine. That would be really nice. But I also want to walk more, and I think maybe walking 5k once a week would be a nice goal. But I could be doing those things more often if it pans out. But during election times, I do deliver quite a lot of leaflets, so that is an exercise as well that I can incorporate into my routine. So maybe reducing some of the other things, maybe cut back on my gym membership during election times. So then also I want to eat healthy food. So it's not just about eating less. It is about eating less, more than it's about weight. So I don't necessarily, the weight isn't the biggest thing I want to do. The biggest thing I want to do is to eat less, and naturally the weight loss will follow. But my goal is actually to eat less. And I'll talk more about that because I've got a whole philosophy around that. Then I also want to discuss some of the things around making peace with food, making friends with food, the eating gorilla and all that stuff. I also want to sort out my housework, my tidying, my filing. You can see behind me all my untidy shelves. My relationships and my finances. Now, I won't be blogging here about all of them because I think it gets too much. I think I'll blog here about the tidiness and the eating mainly, but primarily the eating and the food and the weight loss. Because I think it gets a bit messy otherwise. And there's also my PhD that I'm sort of halfway through, whether to give it up, whether to carry on, whether to up my game with it and all that sort of stuff. And there are various job-related things. Now, I've sent myself a private email about that because, like I said, I don't want to get too complicated here. This is mainly about my personal life and about my lifestyle and about that sort of thing. So I'm going to leave out a lot of the work-related stuff. But I've sent myself some private notes about those. So I hope that makes some sense. I will put a link to my blog in the sidebar. I hope it's on that side. It could be on that side. I'm not quite sure because I think I'm a bit dyslexic and this is making me a bit nervous. But if I do it once or twice, I'll learn. So thanks everyone, and I'll see you soon in 2010. Bye.